Hello, beautiful souls. Just coming on real quick to do a quick reading on what you are releasing in the month of October as we are approaching spooky, scary season and Hoodoo History Month. We have the Queen of Swords, the Four of Cups, and the Five of Cups. With the Four of Pentacles on bottom in reverse. So I feel like what's being released here is, it's for the better, obviously. That's why we're releasing it. But I think you've known this for a while. You might have gone against your better judgment on this situation here. You might have seen this very clearly, but for some reason you ignored it in hopes of something getting fulfilled here. And it's feeling like love. It's feeling like you're finally taking off the rose-colored glasses and seeing everything for what it is. And did I say this in hopes that it would get better, in hopes that there would be a change, there would be something new to come in, because you've changed, you've become a new person, but I'm not sure if your person has. There's a bit of scarcity too here with this Four of Pentacles on bottom, where trying to hold on to things because we're in fear of not receiving them again. We're in fear of not having what we want fulfilled. So I'd rather hold on to this little bit I have, at least I have something, versus letting it go to allow something new and larger to come in. Because this squirrel is barely holding on to what he's got, right? Worried that there won't be any more to come in. So I do see you making the final decision to step away from whoever it is that needs to be stepped away from. And honestly, I think it's really for the best. Really, really something. You know, I was going to use this deck, but I'm not, or my Shadow Euclidation deck, whatever it's called. But I'm feeling like I need to take out my Ethereal Orbs deck. I feel like that one's just going to be, it's going to have the message I need. So yeah, making that final choice to step away from the person who really was not good for you. And it wasn't an easy decision to make, and you might have stayed in this years longer than you needed to. But it's all because of that scarcity I talked about in the beginning. Out of fear of something not being able to come back in. Out of fear of like, and you know, you might have held on to this too for so long because of the fact you've had struggles in the past. Maybe you didn't date a lot. Maybe you didn't date a lot. Maybe you had limited experiences. Maybe love wasn't something that was easily accessed in your household. So often with neglected kids, they seek, you know, love externally. And I think this is a big part of that too. You're letting go of this person so you can also refocus more on yourself. Especially this season, Libra season, we have the sign of Libra right here on this Queen of Swords. So I feel like this is the perfect season to rebalance these internal waters, to really pour into the self the way you need to, because this is how you bring your next person in. You're not going to have to go looking for them. They're going to come knocking on your door. They're going to come straight to you. But getting that energy fixed, corrected, whatever, pouring back into yourself, this is where you're going to actually become into alignment with this person who's better for you. So first card I have Alderaan, glorification and invocation. Success is determined by your mindset. Treat your journey with patience. And with that card, I also feel as though I'm really drawn to the Mercury and Mars signs at the top here. Not even the two, the Cancer and the Gemini. Or, is that Pisces? No, I think that's Gemini. Anyway, I'm not too worried about the astrological signs. More so the planetary signs that I'm picking up on here. So, like I was saying, I'm really drawn to... Oh, where are you? Mercury and Mars up here. Above Gemini and Cancer. I feel like there was a lot of conflicting things coming in. This might have been messaging coming in, but I think it wasn't necessarily that. It was ego. Like, it wasn't necessarily your guides talking to you like, oh, you need to stay in this situation. But it was ego. So there was a huge conflict. Your ego was very powerful during this situation. But this is kind of you releasing this. You're getting control also over that part of you, your ego part, if that makes sense. Maybe not that one. It's not easily picking up. Let's see. Where's the next one? Oh, it's already flipped. Maybe not. Okay, hold on. Ooh, we got another Gemini card. Almises. I don't know how to pronounce that. Physicality and intellect. Your mind is like a sovereign, but your body also deserves glory. So this makes me think you're also stepping away from some negative patterns and habits you also picked up during this process. Really, like, you've done a lot of work. You've done a lot of internal work. I also feel like now it's time to work on different parts of you. You know, there's mind, body, and spirit. You've done work with spirit. You've done work on your mind. Now it's time to work on your body and really start to take care of it. And you're going to have more space to do that because you're letting go of whoever this person is or whatever this is. And it took up a lot more of your time and energy than you really realized. And finally, what's coming out is the casket in reverse, number 13. And that just tells me that this has been a really long and hard journey. But I'm also going to take this one, which is the gate. And that's number 29. Because you're bringing in this new... This is where you're going. This is where you're headed. You're going into something brand new. You've by making this decision, you've opened like some type of doorway, some type of portal that will actually carry you with more ease than beforehand. I'm going to read it to you too. Number 29, the gate. Know who are the ones worth letting in and who should be locked out. So, and that's also with letting go of whoever this person is. You've closed the door, completely closed the door on that chapter, on them. And then the casket up here, it says the end of one thing is the beginning of something new. So you are permanently closing out this cycle, letting this go. And I just want to express that although it wasn't easy, this journey with this person, you learned a lot about yourself through the process. And that is huge. That is... There was an easier route you could have gone. You could have just stopped way early on when you got your first red flag, but I think you needed the fullness of this journey. You needed the fullness of this journey to understand the depths of yourselves in a way that you had not experienced before. And I feel like that's on a deeper level, like a soul level, but you fully chose yourself this time. And I just want to say bravo, babes. Bravo. All right. Let me know if that resonated with you. Let me know if you are excited about stepping into this next chapter of your life. Let me know if you are excited to see what's incoming. Now that we've released what's coming in, you know? What are you creating? What are you excited to do? Because that's a big part of this too. Like, yes, it's been a heavy release. So yes, it's been this thing, this weight has been lifted, I almost want to say. Because I can't ignore this King of Wands with this Three of Wands. Oh, shoot. And the Emperor. Oh, man, I might have to continue reading this. Because this is giving me... And the end of money issues. All right. Check out the next reading. Because this is what's going to be coming in. This is what's coming in for you. And I should actually do it like this. This... So, yeah. So when it comes to what's coming in for you, and it's so funny, I said, what do you want to create? But, hold on, let me get my things together. So what's coming in for you? And this is coming in hot. Look at all this fire just at the beginning of the read. This is coming in very hot, possibly very fast. As you start to get those things moving and churning and going and grooving. I feel as though beforehand, you know how I was just reading that first thing about what is being released? You may have struggled to create or do certain things partially due to this person. And I feel like part of you knew that. Part of you knew that by keeping them around, that you knew they kept your money a bit stagnant. They might not have believed in you. They might have shot down what you did, or just talked ill about it, or just didn't support you, or didn't get excited for the things that you got excited with. And I feel like that was because they themselves aren't creative. They themselves struggle in this area. And so I don't know if it was jealousy, but it just kind of feels like they were low-key hating on you because they could not do what you did. And there is nothing wrong with you doing that. But now that you have this weight that's been lifted and this burden that's been released from your life, you can move forward so strongly in what you're doing. Like, this is giving me a master artist, a master creator, maybe a master manifester, whatever it may be. And there's something that has shifted. Oh, look, in the Sky Father, the Emperor here, it has Aries energy in it. So there's nothing but fire here. Nothing but fire here. So you're actually going to have the know-how and know how to move forward this time versus beforehand. You might have had very ungrounded thoughts, might have had very stagnancy in the sense that analysis paralysis was taking place. I feel as though you're not going to have that issue here anymore, and you are charging forward full speed ahead. And it's what you've needed this whole time. The end of money issues is also what I'm picking up through your creations, whatever it is that you are going to create and formulate. I am also getting a strong message here around the platonic solid. I don't know what it's called though, of the triangle, but it's not a triangle. It's like a not triangle. But, you know, the meaning of that geometry is kind of coming across important for me. To me, it should, I suggest that this be something you look at. I really want to look it up right now, because it's been so many years since I've learned about the platonic solids, but I'm not doing all that. I'm not. So go ahead and look that up on your own. But it just seems like it holds another message here that's rather important. I just feel so happy. Look, I just cracked the deck at the Ace of Wands and the Queen of Swords. And this is giving me brand new creative clarity And I'm so happy about that. I'm so happy about that for you. And let me talk more about this Five of Pentacles in reverse, because this might have been a reason too why you stuck around this person, because you were concerned about money. Maybe you've always been concerned about money, and this is something that needed to be shed as well. Like trusting yourself that you can take care of yourself is huge. Like, you don't need to keep somebody around just because of what they make or like how they support you, because it almost feels like a control thing. And you are now freeing yourself from said control. It's fucking done. It's fucking out. Oh man, I can't talk today. But you're freeing yourself from this person, but also from that scarcity. And you're gonna magnetize so much more money because we're not dealing with those fears. I had a card fly out. Hold on. Interesting. I am getting a little bit of a warning here, though, which is interesting. Very interesting. The Seven of Swords in reverse and the Six of Wands in reverse. I feel like you should be cautious. Like I said, there's a kind of a slight warning. And you know what comes to my mind? Destiny swapping, which I'm not very familiar with, but I think that's when, I don't know too much about it, to be quite frank with you, but I think maybe look into that, what that means. It feels like there's somebody who could possibly want to do that, try to do that. There's some type of theft that might occur here. Possible intellectual properties, because of it being the swords, or somebody being manipulative but maybe smiling in your face. There's someone in your circle seems a little off to me. Someone that might be new to your circle, or you're starting to learn about someone on a deeper level. Just be cautious. Look out for those red flags and listen to those red flags when they come along. Because I'm not saying that you need to be on high alert or anything. I think you might have picked up on things, but that lack of trusting yourself was the issue here. Listen to that instinct. Listen to your intuition on this one. Don't listen to whatever comes through their lips, because people love to lie through their teeth. But listen to that deeper part of you, the deeper knowing that you have. Because I don't like the term destiny swapping, because it's like, how can somebody take what is already yours? But I don't know too much about it. But I feel like this situation from that first reading I did, when letting go, actually is helping to prepare you for people coming into your life like this. The Six of Wands is throwing me off, though. What's going on with the Six of Wands? I need another deck. That's why. I need another deck. Who's gonna be? I've only used this deck once. It is the Metaphysical Cannabis deck. All right, let's find out what's going on with the Six of Wands. I'm going to have to read it out of the book more than likely. Animal Energy Channel. And I'm going to read this one because, like I said, I've only used this deck like once. It's going with the Six of Wands in reverse. Animal Energy. 70, page 70. Animal Energy Channel. I am not jealous of anyone. It brings me joy to see others experiencing happiness and joy. The dragonfly is not jealous that the eagle flies closest to the creator. He simply flies where he can and is unbothered by the birds of prey. The eagle's meal is not the same as the dragonfly's meal. Therefore, there is no construct of jealousy in the animal kingdom. This card emerges when you need to ask the oracles of the animal kingdom for their guidance in medicine. The creatures and animals exhibit habitual patterns. These will deliver messages of healing to anyone looking hard enough to observe their lessons and integrate them into their life. Animal medicine is always free and has hundreds of lessons to impart. Drop in on yourself and take note of all the creatures you see during the rest of your day. Okay, so I feel as though there's a particular animal, maybe it's even the horse, because this card does have a horse on it, you should be working with to further prepare you for this kind of sneaky energy coming in, this person, maybe even people, it might be multiple people, picking up on your energy and wanting whatever you're going to profit off of. The animal kingdom is great to work with for whatever you're going through, actually. But I feel like by not kind of going to the animal kingdom on this or working with the animals, you might end up missing something very important, which could lead you down a path that is actually more difficult. Because why this is throwing me off so much is because it's so against the rest of the reading here. It's like it's giving me things going wrong. So this is why I'm saying this is a little bit of a warning here. I also feel like for those who are not connected to the animal kingdom, who are not so earthy of people, then you say if you're more of a ethereal person or someone who likes the cosmos more, work on your communication skills, because there might be like a Pleiadian or somebody Arcturian who's trying to communicate something to you. But work on your channeling. It's still, you need to get messages. Your team has messages for you, long story short, to prepare you for this situation so you avoid it. Because like I said, this is hot energy that's coming in fast. But I also feel like there's somebody watching and waiting for that to come in fast. So just a little warning, it's time to get on your A game. Okay, if this is for my super spiritual people who have been kind of, going through their shit and putting spirit to the side and getting really stuck in this 3D world and really stuck in the chaos and all the bullshit of it. This is your time to flip the script, get back in touch with spirit, however you were in the beginning, however you used to be. If you used to have a really good routine, if you used to always read your cards, if you used to always talk to the divine, it's time to get back into that, because whatever you've been working on manifesting is here. And once it starts taking off, it's going to keep taking off. And you're going to need to prepare yourself so you don't go down this alternative path. Because the Six of Wands, I don't like the energy of it right now. And I'll pull another card on that too. I want to know what this alternative path, if these people are able to do whatever they want to do, or if you are basically taken advantage of, it's going to cause you to do a lot more work than what you need to do. A lot more work. So yeah, it's going to have you doing a lot more work. It's almost like they're going to start draining your energy or like just benefiting fully off of you. I don't know if this is like possibly getting into a partnership with like a bum who needs somewhere to stay. And they kind of like come through and love bomb you, but they're just draining your energy, and it's a lot more work on you. It makes me think of that Am I the Asshole I heard recently, where this disabled woman was married to her husband. They had a kid, and he was highly incompetent in caring for her to the point that it was a dangerous situation. Like, he left the front door open while he went in the garage and streamed. And she was a software engineer, and he was a stay-at-home dad because his work environment was too toxic. Okay, this kind of taking advantage of people and manipulating them is kind of what I'm picking up on. So did I already say it? Don't believe whatever slips through their lips because people love to lie through their teeth. This is literally the type of person that's coming in. So follow your instincts so much right now. Because they're waiting or they're watching, or once this takes off, whoever this is or people are or whatever, they're going to be like your best friend. This feels like a frenemy. Anyway, but it could also be relationship wise, man. So this is about to take off for you. And so congratulations, but we still live in a world where people are greedy or fueled by money. You know what I mean? Or they'll do anything for money instead of realizing that they can kind of don't need to take from others. I want to sit with that thought for a second. Yeah, just, we live in a world where money is what people figure is the whole reason we live life. And it's like, no, money is just a part of it. Money is what helps us to have certain experiences. However, it becomes kind of like a rat race. So this person might seem a certain way, but they're very deeply in the rat race, more than maybe they could even admit to themselves. All right, so first one is Artarf. I don't know. Frustration and dispute. Allow your mind to wander. Hinder yourself from unnecessary answers. That's interesting. I just got a scam text too. A scam text. I also feel like, oh, that's interesting. And I threw it on top of this Seven of Swords. So whoever this person is, you might like talk to them a lot and they might try to lead you down the wrong road and say like you guys go back and forth discussing things or brainstorming. Oh, I hope it didn't pause. I don't know if it did. You guys might go back and forth brainstorming or doing whatever, and you might have a really good idea. And then this person might go, oh, I don't know about that. That doesn't seem right. But then turns around a month later and is using your idea. You know what I mean? So this is another, like, I'm getting it again. Follow your intuition very deeply on this. Unnecessary answers. Don't take everybody's advice. Feel into your gut. Should this be shared? Feel into yourself. Should I continue down this path with this person? And really trust yourself. You're building a sense of deep self-trust through this process. Oh, I had another one come out. Birthing and safeguard. Sacred is the divinity contained in your skin. The blood running through your veins is simply a miracle. Only you can do whatever it is you're here to do. Only you can do that. So if somebody does come through and try to steal your idea, and you don't trust yourself, and this person is successful, and you have to go through this series of extra work over here, just know that only you can do what you need to do. And this person actually, they think they're going to be successful. They might be successful for a short period of time, but it will not last, and it will greatly crash upon them. That's what they don't, that's for them. They don't see that though. They don't realize that whatever it is that you've come into this world to do, to whatever this is that they're going to try to essentially take or steal, That, yeah, you might have extra work to do and you might have to go around the block instead of just down the street to where you want to go. But you're going to get there because only you were meant to hold this energy. Only you were meant to supply this service. And like I said, it's going to crash and fail. The thing is that whatever, I also kind of get this feeling that whatever is that's being stolen or wants to be stolen too, it only works if you do it. So anybody else who tries to do it, like I said, it's going to crash and fail on them. But it's also kind of like I feel a little trickster energy about this where maybe it comes back to destiny swapping. So maybe this person has picked up something about you and they're like, oh yeah, this is going to benefit me, benefit me, benefit me. But there's this trickster energy because the trick is on them. It's almost like they're not meant to try to take this, and it's like a karmic thing, and they're choosing the path that they have to go down, but it's something that they've been dealing with maybe for lifetimes, it's a deep kind of soul lesson. So there's a chance this will happen, but it's also up to them. Are they going to make the right decisions? But this is coming up because they've kind of already have chosen the path they're going to go down. They've already chosen the decision. So this is definitely incoming. And you can bypass like all this work by just trusting yourself. I have to keep saying that. Trust your fucking self. I want to pull one more card too. I wasn't planning on this to be the reading today, but I feel like, and I don't know if I said this in the first one, what are you releasing and what's incoming, but I really feel like this is the month of October. Or October, November. Yeah, it definitely feels like this is an October read. And I know today is like the end, I don't know what day it is, but it's like the end of September. I can't remember. It's the last Friday of the month. Let's say it like that. We're right around the corner for October. And so keep your wits about you. Keep your wits about you, babe. Keep your wits about you. All right. Macabre, freedom and liberation. You have outgrown your own skin. Now it is time to utilize your wings. See? We're moving forward. We're moving. We're flying. We're flying. You know how fast flight happens, right? You know how fast flight happens. You're freeing your... Oh, and I put it right next to the Eight of Swords, but you are literally flying into a new reality. And we're getting that Mercury and Mars going on again. Do all these have Mercury and Mars on them? No, they don't. They all have different planets. But this time, it's not separated. It's not separated by the number 19. Is that 19? 10. Yeah, 19. It's not separated by 19. It's separated by Pisces. This makes me feel that Mars and Mercury are actually working together, because you know how Pisceans are. They're quite loving. They're very intuitive, but Pisces are not. Pisces can be very warm, very delightful to be around. They have very good qualities. They are like a true friend. So I think too, with this connection here being made, you're coming into that form of being within yourself, maybe becoming best friends with yourself, best friends with your higher self. And this is what really allows you to, for one, avoid anyone taking advantage of you, but to break free and go into this new way of being. I hope that makes sense. maybe it's time for you to kind of sit alone for a little bit while you work on this part. And I'm not saying don't have friends or anything, but if you found yourself sitting alone a lot recently, I think that this is important. You might have tried to reach out to friends and they haven't called you back, kind of thing, but they're making room for you so that you can break into this new life, this new way of being. So don't be upset. Just understand that this alone time, go into this space. Go into this space of meditation and channeling. Bulk up on that right now. You're going to need it, because once this shit takes off, you're not going to find the time to do this as easily as you do now. You're not going to find the time to be able to sit with yourself, to work on your intuition. Things are going to start flying and happening very fast. Like, you might get overwhelmed a little bit and maybe freeze a little bit, but it's not going to be like how you have in the past. This 19 over here, oh, look, and it says birthing. Like, this is just telling me you're at the end of the cycle. It's complete. It's done. But I also see the 1 and the 9 separate from each other. 1 and 9 versus 1 plus 9 being 10. So you have to understand that the choice you made to walk away, to free yourself, completed that cycle. But don't get caught up in thinking you can go back into the 1 through 9 phase like you have been. Because I feel like you've picked up speed and then got all the way to 9, but then dropped back down to 5, and then we went up. You were just kind of in this kind of turbulent, or this wave of up and down. Sometimes we knew we were so close to breaking through, and then I'm all the way back at 2. So, oh my God, I have on my TikTok pinned, I have a perfect video showing that. It's of this man walking up the stairs and he's constantly falling down. Watch that video. That's exactly it. So the thing is that your reality is not going to look different immediately, but this is all changing immediately from that single decision. And so don't get caught up thinking that you can go back down the stairs and up the stairs and we can try again, because no, you've already moved forward. You're already past that. You're already at the top of the stairs. And now it's time to get your ass into overdrive when it comes to your communication with the divine, your working on the self, working on you. So don't be upset. Like I said, that if you find yourself sitting alone, it's meant to be used. So don't use that time just watching TV. Don't use that time just smoking weed. Don't use that time like doing nothing. You're meant to be doing something. And I think that's what I was kind of trying to get at with the whole stair analogy and the 1 through 9 analogy. You're going to have to do different things than what you have done before. All right. Oh, there it goes. And look what came back out. The casket. I don't need to read it again. You guys already got it the first time. But you know, it's nail in the coffin. It's done. It's done. This is a new beginning. So act like it. This is a birthing. This is brand fucking new. Let's see what else comes out. Oh, there we have it. Oh, and then we have 24. This the seashell. I don't know what that is, so I'm gonna go to my handy dandy book, see. Oh, actually, before I do that, look at what type of seashell this is. The kind you blow in, the conch. You know how you put it up to your ear and you can hear the ocean? Even though it's just the blood rushing through our ears. And it can also be used as a horn. I don't know how to vocalize this. Because putting it to your ear, it's almost like whispers from the divine. That's what it is. Whispers from the divine. So, you know how you kind of got to get quiet to hear it sound like an ocean? This is the whole channel message. They're going to be whispers from the divine. It's going to be, it might only come through once and you need to act on it, kind of thing. It's going to be like that because I think the divine is constantly talking to you. However, you don't listen all the time. And so by sitting in this place and doing your spiritual work or whatever, you're going to start hearing those whispers of the divine more clearly. And I mean, it's going to be consistent to help you navigate this quickness that's going on. This is why the trust in the self is so important right now, because you don't want to second guess those thoughts and allow that ego to come in and distract you. Although that's only if you don't do the spiritual work before things take off. So actually, let's read what it says. What did I say that was? 24? Ooh, shut the fuck up. Now is the time to be still. Once you are, you will hear the answers you've been seeking. Oh my God, Tiffany, you are so good at what the fuck you do. Okay. So that has been your reading for what is incoming, what you are releasing, and what is incoming for October. All right. Have fun, babes, and good luck. Bye.